Hi, I'm Ben Gangway here, part of the Hawk Mountain Conservation Corps. I'm going to go over some of the personal gear and group equipment that we use in our trek. To start off, I'm going to go with the group equipment. Our transportation was a canoe, and along with the canoe, we used a paddle and a PFD for safety, because if you fall out of the canoe, it doesn't matter if you're a really good swimmer, you always want to have one of these on just for safe reasons, because you don't know how the tide is. It could be really strong, wind makes big waves, and you don't want to go under and take a lot of water and then drown. Some of the other group equipment we used was stoves to cook our meals. We carried water for each other, and we also used tents. We got 3 tents. We brought totes for our food, and that's about all the group equipment. Some of the personal gear that I'm going to go over, I'm going to start with the attire. The attire, you want all synthetic, because synthetic dries fast, and when it gets wet, it still keeps you warm. You do not want to wear any cotton, because when cotton gets wet, it does not dry, and therefore you will be cold. So, to start out we have a synthetic t-shirt and synthetic shorts. We also have the pants, the zip-offs preferably, because you never know when it's going to get hot and you just want to zip the leg off and get in the shorts. Alright, next thing is a fleece. You never know when it's going to get cold, and you want fleece, not cotton, because when you get it wet, it's still going to keep you warm, and cotton, this will dry better than cotton. Alright, it's always good to have a long sleeve synthetic. I mean, you might think we're in Florida, it's really hot here, but you know, it keeps the sun off you, so less sunscreen, and it keeps the bugs off you. That's a big factor, because the mosquitoes are, well, they get annoying. Alright, footwear. The most popular footwear here is the Tevas, because you can slide right into them, they can get wet and they dry pretty fast. And you also have your feet drying out. They're not, like when you're in a shoe, you're not in that shoe and it gets wet, and then your feet are just the water is just in that shoe and your feet stay wet. These, your feet will dry out at least. And if your feet get cold, just throw on a pair of socks and then put these on, and your feet are good. You're all good. Next thing is water bottles. You always want to carry water, preferably 2 Nalgene's. This is what you should drink a day. And there's no fresh water out here, so you always want to carry personal water in the canoe, because sometimes the group water will be stowed, and then you can't get it out, and so it's good to have your 2 Nalgene's. Alright, next thing we're going to go over is sleeping. You want to have a sleeping bag, synthetic, no cotton. We're going, say, 40-degree bag, that's what we have. That's what everyone's using, so that's that. And then, for the sleeping pad. This is our sleeping pad, it's a Thermarest Z-Lite. This is what the majority of the group has. Some people have blow-up Thermarest, which fills with air. They both work. Alright, next is the packs. You can use a normal backpack and then put a pack liner in it, so that way when this gets wet, this sheds all the water and keeps your clothing dry and everything. And you can use a big dry bag backpack. And this does not get wet, it's fully waterproof, and if you look, there's these plastic things here and you can roll them up and it seals. It completely seals the bag, so nothing's going in or nothing's coming out unless you open this bag. And lastly, to bring all of this to you, we use a laptop to do our blog, and a spot locator which tells you where we are on the map on the computer. And I hope you check out the other Corps members' blogs and their videos too. Thank you.